Maybe you're just starting a tabletop role-playing game, running games for ages, and just feel overwhelmed sometimes. What's the best way to react? Please, tabletop role-playing game family, be good to your players, your fellow players every day. Talk to them about your thoughts on the game. If something is bothering you, sure, but don't rage online about them. There are better ways to express yourself. I don't think YouTube is the best place to vent rage about your players' past, present, or future. We want players, our fellow humans in the real world, to feel comfortable sitting down to game with us, much in the same way we want to grow a community online. Likewise, venting rage on Twitter isn't a very good way to go. Yes, it's okay to have feelings about the game. There's a time and a place to vent those negative feelings, though. This is especially true if you're the GM. In front of your players, or on social media, is probably not the best. Please, go cool off, and come back ready to address the problems, rather than the people. That's just good anger management in general. Game masters are generally placed in a leadership role, for better or worse. The same things that make a good manager at work, on a sports team, or in a social group, can also be found in most GMs to a certain extent. I'd almost say it was a little like parenting sometimes, too. We GMs are the ones who love that extra bit of responsibility, take on tougher challenges, organize people and events, and are also more likely to listen and possibly empathize. Many of us have the power to be tough, but fair when needed. The character Q once famously said, "Never let them see you bleed, Mr. Bond." I think that is so true sometimes. Whenever possible, as a GM, please do your best to leave your head trash at the door and just run the game. Otherwise, cancel the game and find someone to talk to about the issues you're having. Or maybe it's just time to end the game. I want it known that my stance on the TTRPG community is not what most people probably think. I am neither old school or 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons oriented. Once upon a time was a public GM, and I want to get back to it someday. Long-term campaigns, gaming at home with family, and solo gaming, where I am these days. I would love to get back to convention gaming when time and family commitments permit. I miss that excitement sometimes. Public game mastering in general, there's a lot of fun and often richly rewarding. I don't imagine in this day and age that social media makes it any easier. I am very pro analog gaming. I'm still pretty tech savvy, but I don't want to run games online. I prefer analog, in-person role-playing sessions. Longer campaigns and all multiple session games are preferable to one-shots, but I'm not too picky anymore. Solo gaming is very rewarding on that front, too. That's a different video, though. Much like politics, I don't fall into a category very easily. I want to build a community on YouTube, social media, and even in person, to a lesser extent of like-minded individuals. Let's be okay with breaking the mold. Let's not always blindly follow the crowd, and let's not fall into the older or be thinking. There are almost always other options. To sum it up, build bridges, don't burn them. Please be kind to your fellow human beings. Try to retain your community and your audience here on YouTube and elsewhere. Most of all, be kind to yourself. Mental health for sure matters. Please stay hydrated. Remember to take your medication if you need to do so. Meditate if that's something you're interested in. Above all, please be cool to one another wherever you are.